What's going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today we're going to talk to you about Lucid. I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down what's really moving it today, and go over everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. Starting off, Lucid is down 4.07%, a fair amount of volume, so 4.6 million shares being traded, 19.2 is the average. Even though the volume is relatively high, a lot of it is being done by algorithmic trading as well as shorts, not necessarily institutions buying. And this is something that I did say on Wednesday when we had that half day, that even though it was very exciting, just whenever algorithmic trading is involved, it's not good support levels. So it's something to kind of consider. As of right now, only one transaction being done on the secondary market above $100,000, and it is for $709,000. So generally that's good. One institution at least getting in, but still not really enough to kind of add some key support levels to Lucid right now. And beside the point, whenever a stock runs up like 10% or 9%, there's always some profit taking and stuff like that. And right now, a lot of growth stocks are pulling back because of this. So non-farm payroll came in a little bit better than anticipated. So 206,000 versus 191. So even though generally that is good, shows that the economy is strengthening, it's not what the market wants to see right now because everything is correlated to interest rates. Right now, this hasn't changed. The 50 basis point has, not the 25. So currently there is a 71.8% likelihood of a 25 basis point cut, and that's for the September meeting. And then this has gone down, like I said, I think from around 6% to the 3.4, and that's for a 50 basis point cut. As of right now, no news associated to Lucid, no SEC filings, nothing like that. So it has just been piggybacking off of the broader market. You do see a lot of people very optimistic about Lucid's upcoming Q2 numbers that they're going to be unveiling, most likely mid next week. That's just my own estimate based on at least what they've done in the past. But we'll just have to wait and see. This right here, which was posted by the EV guy, kind of goes over all of their tentative numbers. And so last quarter was a very big accomplishment because it was the very first time that they actually did deliver more than what they did produce. And this time around, I'm estimating for the Q2 numbers, 2,100 in deliveries, 1,900 in produced. So more piggybacking off of that, but no doubtably, I think there is a certain level of optimism because a lot of EVs have been doing fairly good, and Rivian one of them, Tesla the other. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. So right now it's just been kind of at the mercy of the broader market. When it comes down to this right here, so currently shorts are increasing 957,000 shares, 28.9% of the free float is being shorted. That works out to be 256.16 million shares overall are being shorted. Utilization 95.1, then short score 95.53. Cost to borrow average 25.17%, so a little bit lower than Tuesday. So a lot of things to consider through Interactive Brokers. Roughly around 350,000 shares is available to be shorted, so somewhat evenly divided. It looks like as of July the 3rd / a little bit yesterday, there wasn't all that much, so around 3,000 shares was available at that time. So it does look like probably an entity did buy Lucid and now is lending some shares out. This is why it's good to always analyze this information right here, because even in July the 3rd, there was absolutely, like, at times there was 0, 300, so it's very, very interesting to analyze. And as of right now, quickly pop over to IBKR, and I'll give you an overview of what the Elliott wave technicals are pointing to. So it does have a pivot point of $2.60. So for as long as Lucid is above that, which right now it is, then it is anticipated to get between that 339 and 353. So very nice momentum for that. And this is as of today. So once again, the technicals, even though today is consolidating somewhat, as long as it stays above this pivot point, then in theory, bigger and better things should be coming down the pipeline for Lucid. So we'll just have to wait and see. And while I'm actually on here, as you can kind of see, there's been no new analyst ratings. The last one was done last month. So hopefully with Lucid's Q2 numbers better than anticipated, you'll have a lot more analysts paying attention to it once again. So that should be coming out next week. hopefully. We'll just again wait and see. Looking at options, 134,000 in calls, 76,000 in puts. Sentiment wise though, very evenly divided. 48% of all the options being done today so far are bearish, anticipating clearly for it to trend down. And of the call options that are being purchased, there's a consensus for it to be above $3. And then on the flip side, looking at puts, more so sub $3. Keep in mind, options activity is just more of a sentiment. It does not move the stock price by any means. For whatever reason, if Lucid is able to close above $3 by today, so July the 5th expiry date, then you will see a nice bump up in the stock price on Monday, because then market makers will have to buy that 1.7 million shares. So who knows if Lucid is able to recover, because so far this hasn't changed at all. So I think the market is still anticipating rate cuts, just somehow the growth stocks are pulling back as a byproduct of, like I said, those two things, just profit taking as well as better data. And this is one thing I don't really like about this market, is just somehow bad data is good, and it's just very inverse. I don't like that. But still, aside from that though, hopefully as well later today you do have a little bit more attention coming from institutions and them buying the dip, because over this last little bit, based on the bid, the ask, and the selling price, anything that does show as a bid is essentially an institution selling. So there has been some selling over the last several trading days, so hopefully that does again change. And right now with it at $2.86, it is trading between this pivot and this R1. So 289 will be that next strong target / resistance that you'll want to watch for Lucid to get above. So probably is going to be flirting with that throughout the day. And then on the flip side, $2.69 is going to be that next strong support that you'll want to watch for Lucid to hold. And then right below that would be that Elliott wave technical pivot point as well. On the actual chart itself, still above that 100-day moving average, and more specifically that 50. 50 has been a very big deal for Lucid. Stochastic, you do see it right now very overbought. So again, first sign of weakness, you could see a significant pullback in Lucid, but right now there's been nothing to really match that aside from profit taking and whatever. So that's not really justified for a significant pullback. But right now you do have a nice bullish deviation, so white line above the red, and number of retail investors have been buying Lucid ever since the 25th. So people are getting, I think, more and more hyped up and more optimistic about Lucid and their Q2 earnings, and hopefully going forward. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Take advantage of this. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.